Hello Taurus, welcome to the Wolf and Falcon Tarot. Please use your discernment, take only what resonates and leave what is left for somebody else. The moon actually currently is in your star sign at the moment, during a waning gibbous period. And that is now a time to show gratitude for what this lunar cycle has brought you so far. Reflect on what worked and what projects are still in progress. Big ambitions take more than one lunar cycle to manifest, so use this time to assess where you are on the path to achievement and reflect on what your next step should be, Taurus. Think about what has worked well for you and what you would like to change or do better at during the next lunar cycle. So if you've never been with me before, and as this is my first Taurus read, it's probable that you haven't. So the way I do it is I generally ask for past, present and future energy from my moon magic oracle deck. I then go on to my astro alignment deck and ask for the energy, frequency and vibration. And then I'll go to my light seers deck for advice from spirit. And then we generally go for one of my angel decks and get a message from a Japanese warrior named Musashi. Sometimes we visit the spirit animal deck as well, so it all depends. All depends on how it comes out, I guess. But we definitely start off with the moon magic oracles to find out what your past, present and future is. So without further ado, let's begin. Spirit guides, please, for Taurus, for the person that I am reading for today. What is their past, present and future energy, please, for Taurus? For Taurus, please, Spirit, what is the past, present and future energy of this read today, please? Past, present, future energy of this read, please. Ooh. Fly by night, so upheaval, betrayal, selfishness, Sabbath, change, phases, seasons. So that's the past. Present, it's good that we've got the Sabbath in the present, being that we're going through a changing a phase or a season, end of a season. So what is in the future for our viewer, for Taurus, please, Spirit? I'm going to do one more quick shuffle. Oh, here we go. The Witch's Moon, magic, sacred, spellcraft. So you could be dealing Taurus. Wow. You've been going through upheaval, may have gone through some betrayal, or a period of selfishness. Where you could be selfish, that is for the record. With Sabbath, that's a time of change, a phase coming to an end, or a new phase beginning, and again seasons. And we are just going through the change of seasons now, aren't we? We're about to go into autumn. And then we've got the Witch's Moon, which is a card of magic, sacredicity, spellcraft. So, ooh. yeah, we definitely need to go in to find out what the energy, frequency and vibration of this read is. Ooh. Oh, that didn't work. Come on. Here we go. Energy, frequency and vibration, please, Spirit. So we have a transition is in the energy. It's twice that card's come out today. It came out for a few cards wanting to jump. That one's flipped. Waxing Gibbous Moon. Nurturing, patience, refinement. Again, so that's the frequency, that's the energy and the frequency, so it's in transition into a refinement. So what's the vibration of this read, please, Spirit? Moon is void of course. Disconnect, withdraw, reception. What happened in the twilight. Taurus, what happened in the twilight moments. But this change is going to refine you. And your frequency at the moment is that you're feeling disconnected and withdrawn. But Taurus is going through a transition. Being asked to be patient during this phase. Seasons, everything has a season. There's a reason and a season. What's with this magic, sacred spellcraft? In the future element of this reading, you have magic. Something sacred is coming your way. You've been through, thank you, Spirit, thank you so much. Yeah, that's making a little bit more sense now. You've been through a period of upheaval, and you felt betrayed, but what you're failing to see this as is that Taurus, what you failed to see is that this has been a phase, it's been a season, and you're now transitioning out of that. It could be that this happened in the twilight, so it happened behind your back, and obviously it's left you in this feeling of betrayal. But you're also being asked during this new phase that you're presently in is just to be patient, because something sacred is coming towards you. And yeah, right now you're feeling disconnected, but it could happen at some sort of reception. And Spirit understands why, you might feel disconnected and withdrawn from, because of this upheaval or betrayal that you've had to go through. But he's also saying that it's gonna refine you, what you've gone through. Learn from this experience and take it into the next one. Learn where these boundaries are that you have to set, and things are only gonna get better for you, Taurus. Where to go? Yeah, sorry. Normally where I go now is straight into my light seers, and we ask the universe what's the advice from the universe. So, the first card that comes out will be what you need to know. The second card dropped in out will be a new perspective, followed by the third card, which is an action to take. So, I like to see what, as I split the deck open, the first card I usually see. So we have had a period of feeling that life is like a game. But advice from the universe, please, Spirit guides. What is Taurus need to know? What is then a new perspective for them to look at? I'm struggling today, my hands are. A new perspective for them to look at, and what is an action for them to take, please, for Taurus, for whoever this read is for. What do they need to know? What's a new perspective, and what is an action for them to take? King of Cups. So what you need to know is that you have a wise leader, someone who's emotionally intelligent, stability, diplomatic, someone supportive. This is something significant to focus on. Could be someone that is going to enter your life that's going to feel sacred, because I'm kind of concentrating on what this future energy is about. So what you need to know about this future energy. So I feel that you're going to have some sort of patient, wise, leaderish person. Could be male or female. No gender in tarot really. We have masculine and feminine energies, all of us, and it's just, which one we go with. This person's going to be emotionally intelligent, stable, and in balance. And it's going to be a sacred, this is going to be some sort of sacred connection, and it's probably going to feel like witchcraft or spellcraft's been taken on you, Taurus. A new perspective then for Taurus to look at. Four of Pentacles. So this is kind of a generosity and gratitude card. You see how she's holding on to, safeguarding her coins in her purse there. And there's the I guess you could call it like a shanty town back there, for want of a better word, or a marketplace. And she's looking out to them, knowing full well that, you know, they need help. But so she's thinking about them. This is like a card of divine charity, accepting your worth, being generous, having gratitude, helping others, and it's also a card, so a perspective for you to look at could be, this card is saying to live an abundant life because you will have more than you need. You will always have more than you need. So that could be the perspective for you to look at. Live an abundant life, Taurus. So what action does Taurus need to take, please, universe? What action, spirit? What action, spirit? Seven of Pentacles. It's a time then to tend to your garden. Yeah, be in states of gratitude, pause and reflection. You see how, because that's basically all he's doing, is just pausing, reflecting, tending his garden, waiting to harvest. But this is also a sign for you to keep going. An action to take. There's something here that seems to be standing out. It's a card of gratitude. There's a lot to do with gratitude in this reading. So I feel that what Spirit is saying, that in the future, you're going to have a sacred connection, but now is the time for you to be grateful for everything that you've gone through. And there's lots of people on YouTube and obviously other platforms that you might look at to get that help in having gratitude. And in a sense, being grateful for something before you've already got it is like casting magic. It's like it's early manifestation, 1818 on my clock. I've just seen it. So you might want to give that a quick look up. Taurus, I think that's basically what Spirit is saying here. You're going to be, you've been feeling disconnected and withdrawn because of this betrayal, this upheaval that you've gone through. And you might have been selfish, or you might have come off as selfish to others. But what you have to remember is that you've been going through a transition. This happened to you in the twilight. A lot of it happened in the twilight, so you're probably not fully aware of exactly what happened. And you're being reminded that everything happens in seasons. Everything has a phase. There's always a time for change. Be patient during this refining period, because there's a sacred meeting that's going to take place, and it's going to feel like magic or spellcraft, and it's going to end up with this person, this King of Cups, male or female, take it as it resonates. And you're going to find then that you're going to have time to live. You're being asked to basically have this new perception of living an abundant life because you already have more than you need. Be generous and have gratitude. So we've got gratitude that comes out twice. And the fact that there's an action to take here with the Seven of Pentacles is to give thanks for what you are about to receive. That, again, on its own right, is manifesting. It's like magic. You know, he's there. You see how he's there with his hand. He's using his energy to manifest the growth so he can harvest what's underneath and, you know, in these roots here. And he's patient. All of these here, these people they're all here being patient. She's patient while she's saving. He's patient while he's waiting for harvest. And he's patient. He's a patient, wise leader. So there's a lot of patience that's being asked of you here, Taurus, not to give up. I feel like that's what this is, not to give up hope, to be grateful for what's about to come, because it's not ready to be shown to you just yet. And it does take time for the universe to put these things out there, you know. So something tells me that we need to ask the angels of abundance. There's an abundance thing here, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So, angels of abundance, if you've got something for Taurus, that would be phenomenal. The card that came outright is clearing debts and self-care. You can read that with me, I don't know. Self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So Taurus, you know, this upheaval and betrayal, yeah, that's going to leave us feeling like we're living some sort of karmic debt. It probably feels unfair right now. And that's so understandable, and you just need to find a way of feeling lighter and freer just by facing the topics that you're facing in your situation. Make a plan to clear them and avoid future ones as well. But with this sacred meeting, this reception that we're about to get into, where we meet our King of Cups here, I certainly feel that it's going to feel magical for you, and you don't really, I don't think you're going to see this coming. Let's see what your spirit guide says about your spirit animal. Please, spirit. Mouse and an elk. I generally only really ask for one, but it seems like I always seem to get two out. So there could be two of you here that was going through a similar situation. And we'll put those there. I'll go for the quick book real quick. Earth. Mouse. So we'll go with the mouse first, as that was the first one I've seen, and I do like how there's kind of like light and dark in these cards as well. If you notice that, you know, the mouse is all in the dark, and the elk's out in the light there. So it could be that we've got some light and dark energy about us as well, Taurus, that we might need to think about. So the mouse is someone who's detail orientated, small-minded, nitpicky, nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organising and scrutinising. Unfortunately, a mouse personally doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. So when you're in balance, you're kind of person that's organised, resourceful and prepared. And when you feel out of balance, you're busy with no purpose. And the way to bring yourself back into balance is to have some sort of meaningful project. So with the elk, you are a stable, resilient, headstrong. You're kind of you're like a father figure. The elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. You know, this obviously doesn't mean that you're a masculine. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It provides underlying support and stability amongst life's many changes. An elk's personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When you're in balance, you're you're kind, supportive, and consistent. When you're out of balance, you can be pretentious, high and mighty. To bring yourself in balance, eat and drink more consciously. So there's some advice from your spirit guides, spirit animal guides. And yeah, you know, it's kind of resonating here, isn't it, with the upheaval that can put you into the mouse energy. And you might have been this elk, this fatherly, loving mother person in the past. So yeah, we're out of balance, Taurus, here, and I think that with this, setting our intentions to maybe write a gratitude journal each day, that's going to help us get through our situation. I'm going to ask Musashi for a quick message as well while we're at it, and then I think that might be it. But we'll find out. There we go. In all forms of strategy, it is necessary to maintain the combat stance in everyday life and to make your everyday stance your combat stance. In all forms of strategy, it is necessary to maintain the combat stance in everyday life and to make your everyday stance your combat stance. So basically what Musashi is saying here, be prepared at all times. Here Musashi is not advocating that you should be ready to fight at the drop of a hat. On the contrary, he's suggesting that you develop your combat stance, turning it into a zone of calm in which you have emotional domination. In doing so, you will most likely avoid confrontation. You are less likely to provoke others, but if you do, you will be prepared. Wow. And I think that just goes without saying, especially after you going through this upheaval and betrayal. Like, you know, it can leave that cold, bitterness around you for quite some time. And if you were to come across somebody new in your life, it could pass you by. So start living generously, start being grateful for what's about to come your way, start getting ready to harvest, find peace, save, make that your personality and go on from there. That's it then, Taurus. That's all I have for you. I hope you liked the read. I hope you resonated with it in part. If not, you know, please consider giving us a like, subscribe, and if it did resonate, fancy dropping a comment, that would be great. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you around.